Hold on. Okay, yeah. Am I peeking? Am I peeking? I don't think I'm peeking. Okay. Hi everyone. Hello, 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 hello. We got some music in the background because talking in silence was kind of driving me crazy. Hi, junior agents. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Let me say hi to everyone. Hello, Kenji. Hello, Mark. Hello, Mule. Mule Bunny? Mule. Hello, Shima Panic. Hi, hi, hi. How's everybody doing today? I apologize that we had to start a bit later than normal, but I had to be on the phone for a bit, and I was not anticipating that. So, yeah. Today is another High Strangeness. It's an afternoon High Strangeness. Usually we do it in the morning, but like I said, I was accosted and had to be on the phone for a bit. You didn't get a notif. What the heck? I'm sorry. Hi, Terraditto. It's your day off. Let's go. So. Show. How is everybody though? Before we really get into the meat and potatoes of it all, how is everybody? I'm doing really good. I'm in a great mood actually. I was kind of overwhelmed this morning because I was like I basically had a phone put in my face, but like I'm a lot better now. Everything's good. Yay! You gotta study. What do you gotta study? Waking up very late. So, I was gonna say something. There's something on my mind. Oh! I don't think she is here yet, but shout out to Miss Marsh VT, I think, hold on. By the way, it's Tenna Mike, slightly more robotic. Oh. Hold on, is this better? Is this better? It says it's my Yeti. How is this better? Sounds a lot. Okay, I had the gain up. I think I had the gain up really high. I think that was the issue. I think that was the issue. I had the gain up really high. Thank you everybody for letting me know. I really appreciate it. But I wanted to say big thank you to Miss Marsh. I think her Twitch is Marsh VT. But she was so lovely, and she got me she gifted me some stuff on Throne. She got me whatchamacallit? What is it? SSDs? What is it? RAM? Yeah, she got me more RAM. Hi, Milky Android! She got me more RAM, and so that's awesome. Hopefully the stream will be more smooth, but as soon as I mentioned that, literally, as soon as I mentioned that, we started dropping frames. I don't know. We're back. We're back up. I don't know. I think there might just be... I don't know. No, I just got RAM. I don't know if it was SSD. But I'm looking at the frames, and they were dropping, like, as soon as I mentioned that, but we're back in the green now, so... I don't know what is up. I cleared out a bunch of my computer. I got the new RAM, and I'm just hoping for the most part it works. If it doesn't work, I do have a not extension cord, whatchamacallit? What is it called? What is it called? Yeah, if it's the internet, then there won't be much I can do. Yeah. Well, here's to hoping it'll just stay. there's a lot of other FBI agents at the bureau, so it could be someone at the bureau, maybe torrenting something or watching or streaming something, and unfortunately I can't really tell them not to. Ethernet cable? Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant Ethernet cable. I meant an Ethernet cable. I think I have one, but the thing is, like, I'll have to, like, bring it all the way downstairs. I have to bring it all the way downstairs. I should test, like, different times to see if it works better at certain times or not, but looks like we're going steady with the frames, so hopefully it all should be good. Other agents watching their assigned targets. Yeah, exactly. I'm watching the junior agents, other agents watching other people, maybe. other targets. But yeah! Doop. Today we are gonna talk about... Dun 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 dun! We're gonna talk about tulpas. Because I was, like, thinking of, like, because High Strangeness, I want to talk about either, like, current events or, like, do a fun activity. Like, on the first High Strangeness, we did the remote viewing thing with the item in the shoebox. So today I thought, wow, why don't we try to make a tulpa together? That sounds fun, doesn't it? And by fun, I mean, I don't know. If you didn't know, I really love Twin Peaks, and tulpas, I guess, originate from Tibetan mysticism, Tibetan spiritualism, and Dale Cooper does. Dale Cooper does believe in that, and he's kind of like one of those detectives that has, like, intuition and, like, dreams and stuff, and, like, mystical attributes about him. So I was like, whoa, that's inspiring. Let's talk about tulpas. I can't believe it was a Labubu. At least Cat 5 or Cat 6 to take it full of... Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. Cat 5e. Labubu tulpa? Oh my god. Should we try to make a Labubu tulpa? What do you guys think? Was there a creepypasta about making it? I'm pretty sure there are. But I just know tulpas and tulpamancy was widely popularized from 4chan, and specifically through the My Little Pony community. I think there was a guy who made a Pinkie Pie tulpa, and, like, she wouldn't stop screaming or something, and it was a big deal. But I do want to give, like, a warning, I suppose, about tulpas, right? We're gonna actually watch some videos about how to make tulpas, what tulpas are, and we're gonna make one. So let me get a drink of water. Gotta hydrate. So, let's see. Bum. So let's see. Basically what tulpas are is, it started out from Tibetan origin, and people who typically make tulpas are called tulpamancers. Yes, they're tulpamancers. Basically, it's like willing an imaginary friend. It's like willing an imaginary friend, right? It's like imagining something in your brain and getting another consciousness in your mind, I suppose. Another consciousness. This consciousness will be considered sentient and independent. If you are to make a tulpa, you do not want to make it, like, to be like a sex slave. That would be bad. Let's not do that. But people do tend to make them for companionship. But yeah. And I thought this was actually very interesting. I was looking at the wiki, and apparently, Tulpamancy tends to work better for people with ADHD and autism. So, you know, I might be a pro Tulpamancer. You never know, guys. You never know. That said, forcing yourself to believe in anything always holds a risk. It always holds a mental health risk. So if you're prone to maybe delusions or you know, negative mental states, you know, delusions, hallucinations, stuff like that, like, you know, be careful. Know what you're getting into, right? We're gonna watch some videos. We're gonna watch some videos on this. Hi, Blue Jay. Hi, Hyrule. Welcome. And like a homunculus, homunculuses are like cells made with like sperm, right, or something. Autism, fancy, yeah. Basically, what you do is like you think of like it's called a wonderland. Yeah, exactly. It's a step into the dimensional merge. You know, to be honest, I would say if we want to go there, Chris-chan, Magi-chan Sonichu, and Mewtwo or whatever, and maybe all their characters are probably Tulpas, probably for them. I'm not sure. I don't really want to get into it. But it's kind of like that, I guess, if you need a frame of reference. So yeah, Tulpas are their thought forms. They're thought forms that chill out with you. I don't really know much about homunculuses, actually, or excuse me, homunculi. But yeah, I guess tulpas are different from something called servitors, which are like slaves or something. Tulpas are supposed to have free will, and like if you don't give them free will, they can like hate you, and then you can have another consciousness in your brain that hates you, and we don't want that, right? We don't want that. So you can't control it, so don't make one thinking you can control it, right? Also, I don't know if we're gonna keep up with this, honestly. I don't know if we're gonna keep up with this. But if you want a tulpa, if you truly want a tulpa, and I'm not saying you should, you have to be like, you have to work with it. You have to be very, very, into working with it. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe people making dedicated OCs and making, yeah. Our Neuralink can augment your brain, the dimension. They're more like biology. Okay. Same. Me too, Pteroditto. Me too. There's also one consciousness that already hates me. We don't need any more. Can you lose control of the tulpa? Apparently, there's a lot of like horror stories about that. There's a lot of like tulpamancy gone bad. Miss March, hello. Marsh, not March. Marsh, right? It's Marsh. I was just mentioning you. I was just saying thank you so much for the RAM. I installed it yesterday, and we are still dropping frames, but it's not like as bad, and it's not lasting as long. It's only like lasting like in like little spurts. So it is helping a lot. I'm gonna get an Ethernet cord, but I'm gonna get an Ethernet cord and hope that helps more too. I don't want anyone to buy me an Ethernet cord though, because I'm pretty sure I have one somewhere, and I'd feel bad. But I really appreciate it, and it has been helping, even though drop frames are happening here and there. But yeah, the Russian homunculus. Hi, welcome. We're just talking about tulpas. I'm kind of giving a warning about tulpas, because, like, okay, listen, I'm a paranormal investigator. I believe in paranormal stuff. I believe in the potential that our minds can get to, and the limitless possibilities. But when messing with this kind of stuff, you kind of have to be careful, right? You kind of have to be careful. If you, people, I don't know, people don't want to say this maybe, but, well, how do I talk about this? How do I talk about this? If you can convince yourself of something, you can effectively kind of develop mental illness from it. Like, I'm not saying you can make yourself mental, well, I am not a licensed psychologist or therapist or anything like that, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But if you delude yourself into believing something, you know, there could be negative effects. You could actually believe it, and you could kind of like separate yourself from, you know, a lot of the rest of the world, right? Yeah, brainwashing yourself. Exactly. The whimsical end in my mind keeping me. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it really depends, but I just want to let you guys know that can happen, and I'm sure it has happened with people that have made tulpas. I'm taking this seriously, but also I don't know after this high strangeness if I will continue to pursue to make one. I just wanted to look into it together, and I thought it'd be a really fun activity. So, that's my TED Talk. There's actually a TED Talk on tulpas I found while I was researching for this, and it was so weird to like hear somebody at a TED Talk mentioning like Reddit and 4chan. You don't even need to think hard to build a tulpa and go insane nowadays. You can just type. Right. Have you guys heard about that lady that was like in love with her psychiatrist, and she was like getting like positive reinforcement from her grok, or not her grok, from her like chat GPT or whatever? The 4chan thread about someone who tried to make Pinkie Pie. Yeah, that's how it gained popularity, I think. A long time ago, I watched a video on tulpomancy, and I think it was a Vice video maybe, but it was like someone was interviewing a tulpomancer, and she was talking all about her tulpa and like what she did to do tulpas, and she made this website called tulpa.io. Tulpa.io, which apparently that gives you instructions on how to make a tulpa, but I checked tulpa.io and it doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know what happened. Like, if you've seen the documentary, you'll know. It's like, I think it's a Vice documentary. It's a guy that's interviewing this girl who made a tulpa. Like, she's like one of the people that spearheaded tulpamancy. But, like, I couldn't find it on YouTube, and tulpa.io isn't there anymore. So, I don't know. Right. ChatGPT always agrees with you, exactly. Then there's the whole topic of, like, what is it? AI psychosis? That's a whole other thing. I guess it's similar, though. Let me get a sippy. Like, I'm dropping frames again, so I'm like, bah. Let me check. Tulpa.io. Tulpa.io went down because they didn't want us. Oh wait. Okay, I guess this does still exist. We're gonna look at this together. Artificial tulpa magic. Yeah, I think my internet is slow. I think I haven't yet though. You investigated a bit into AI psychosis, really? Yeah, see, here's the thing. I am an FBI agent. I am quite, level-headed, but I believe in the unknown. I want to believe, I believe in this stuff. I unironically believe in a lot of stuff. I unironically believe in a lot of stuff, but I do have the kind of personality that I know that this is like, this could be dangerous for me, right? So I'm not gonna like get too into it because I don't want to, I don't want an evil Tulpa in my head. Yeah, no, there's been horror stories about that. There's been horror stories about Tulpas possessing you. So, I thought we could like watch a bit. I found some guides on YouTube actually that are kind of like short. And I thought that would be fun to watch together, and then we could make a Tulpa or something. So, 1 second. Okay, so I don't have a tablet. I'm actually getting a new tablet soon, but I do have MS Paint with a mouse. So like when we get to it, I will be able to draw my Tulpa, and hopefully it won't look like this. Hopefully it won't look like that. So. Let me make myself bigger. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I found this like handy dandy Tulpa guide channel. It was made 7 years ago. 7 years ago, so, and there's 9 videos and they're all fairly short. So I figured we could watch this. We could watch this together. And then we could try to make one. I thought that would be a fun activity for High Strangeness, you know? What if Gray Tulpa? Ba, 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 ba. If the Tulpa comes into existence and looks in the mirror, would it be like, why, creator? Why did you make me like this? I mean, maybe. It just comes out like a Smiling Friends character, and it's just like kind of hideous. Like not a main Smiling Friends character, but like one of the side ones that are like hideous. Alright, let me turn off the Phoenix Wright music. Or actually, I'll just mute it. This is such a funny playlist. It's Study with Phoenix, Ace Attorney music to chill / relax / work. Anyway, okay, thanks Feeny. Let's go to Tulpa guide. A super compact guide to making tulpas. This is 5 minutes long. Wait, what? What? Oh, I just saw this. I was like, what? It's really funny. So, let's begin and learn about tulpas, shall we? Shall we learn about tulpas? Are you guys ready? Are you ready to learn about tulpas together? I am.
Tulpa creation is a complex and sometimes frustrating process that can take weeks, months, or even years to find success, and usually needs much more than the sort of brief summary I will present in this video. That said, I will still go over everything you need to do to create a tulpa in the next few minutes, but I highly recommend watching the series of videos I will soon release discussing these concepts in much greater detail. So, let's get right into it.
Girl, use 360p for that music video. It's eating the bandwidth. Okay, hold on. Damn, it's on like a little louder. Sure. Well, 1 second. One segundo.
Tulpa creation is a
Okay.
Tulpa creation is a complex and sometimes frustrating process that can take weeks, months, or even years to find success, and usually needs much more than the sort of brief summary I will present in this video. That said, I will still go over everything you need to do to create a tulpa in the next few minutes, but I highly recommend watching the series of videos I will soon release discussing these concepts in much greater detail. So, let's get right into it. The core of Tulpa creation involves training your brain to think for two people instead of just one. Once your mind can start to respond to stimuli from the perspective of someone else at the same time as you, this will usually be the catalyst that leads to a full second consciousness developing. So, how do you train your brain to be someone else while also being you? You talk to yourself. Okay, well, hold on. You don't just...
I do that anyway. Who out here talking to theyselves, huh? Who out there talking to theyselves? I am. I'm talking to myself.
want to talk to yourself. That probably won't get you anywhere. Instead, you should just assume that the tulpa already exists somewhere in your mind and that you are just waiting for them to learn how to speak up. Do this enough, and if you're like most people, you'll eventually start getting responses back from fledgling tulpa. Listen up, because this part is important. Make sure you're listening for responses to everything you say and encouraging the tulpa to think about everything you're saying. Otherwise, you'd just be ranting and monologuing, neither of which are particularly beneficial to developing a tulpa. Also, for heaven's sake, don't talk to your tulpa out loud unless you're alone. Using your internal mind voice works just fine and doesn't make you look crazy. Technically.
What if I want to talk to my... What if I have a tulpa, and what if his name is Junior Agent? What if you guys are just a tulpa? You know? What if I'm not actually a Twitch streamer? What if I'm just talking to my tulpa right now? I'm just talking to a tulpa. I'm just talking to my tulpa.
Doing that alone should produce a tulpa with enough time and patience. However, there are things you can do to refine the process and make it a bit more enjoyable for both parties. If you want a tulpa with a specific type of personality or character, you can go through the process of personality forcing. Usually, this involves symbolically imbuing the tulpa's form with a list of traits, followed by demonstrations and examples of exactly what each of those traits mean. Don't underestimate the power of symbolism, and keep in mind that this simple method can produce drastic personality-altering results. Listen up again, this is important. Do not personality force a tulpa that can already talk or respond in any other way. How would you like someone forcibly changing who you are? Also...
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have a mom for that. I have a mom for that. Yeah, so once the tulpa has developed a personality, do not try to change it. Do not try to change their personality. I might made my therapist into a tulpa. We do be talking to ourselves, we do.
You don't have to do this at all. Many people prefer to let their tulpas naturally develop a personality through experiences and whatever the subconscious considers natural. For those with a specific persona in mind, don't feel bad about doing it. Another optional but highly recommended process is creating an initial form for your tulpa. Spend a few hours sculpting the visual appearance of your tulpa down to minute details. You could match the appearance to the tulpa's personality, or just choose something you find appealing. If the tulpa wants to change, let them change, but many tulpas very much like their initial forms. You can develop a formless tulpa, and allow them to create a form once they gain sentience, but some of my past research indicates that hosts who create their tulpa's first form for them have an easier time throughout creation process, probably due to their ability to visualize the person they are creating. There are many different forcing methods you can take part in to add variety to your experiences while still contributing to your tulpa's development. Many people enjoy creating imaginary worlds and adventures to spend time in with their tulpa, to varying degrees of detail. My personal recommendation is to focus your time spent in these worlds on teaching your tulpa, at least until they can talk and think at a substantially complex level. If you're just daydreaming as normal but happen to have your tulpa's visualized form there, you might not be doing much to help them. Many young tulpas also respond well to physical interactions with their forms, both in your mindscape and when using open-eye visualization. This could be a hug, a handhold, or my personal favorite, carrying your tulpa like a backpack or on your shoulder.
Aww.
Of course, no two creation
carrying a little tulpa. It's me and a junior agent. It's a little junior agent sitting on my shoulders. It's a little junior agent sitting on my shoulders, and I'm carrying him and teaching him about the world. Please take your meds, senior agent. But I'm so happy without them.
Experiences are the same. Although there are common patterns and better or worse ways of doing things on average, your mind in a specific situation could be different from how most other people operate. What works for you could be something entirely different, and conversely, what works for others is not guaranteed to be a big help for you. Just remember that your intent is to train your brain to think for a second person, and you should be able to find something that works. Once you reach the point where your tulpa can talk to you, development should rapidly accelerate. Through two-sided conversation, you can get much more done and begin to teach your tulpa about the world. Some tulpas form with an understanding of the world around them, built off your memories. But others, like both of mine, are formed knowing nothing of the world. Don't fret if that's the case for you, as we quickly learn to treasure.
I just realized it's a pony. I realized his tulpa's a pony. Look, it's a pony. I should have taken that away before. He's one of the OGs. He's one of the OGs.
The time spent explaining things and showing them the world. It is impossible to tell how long tulpa creation will take you. A lucky few people can do it in a day, but most take weeks, months, or longer to make their tulpas. I've found that the average creation time sits at around 2 to 3 weeks of daily.
Yeah, that's like a big misconception, I guess people are saying, is they say that it's not DID, but it's like DID that you make yourself. I'm not educated enough on DID to speak about DID, but like, yeah, I understand the parallels. What's up, boys? We're just talking about tulpas. We're talking about tulpas and how we're gonna make them. Keep that tulpa away from jars. He's keep the tulpa away from jars, guys. So, and this is a very intensive project. It's like you gotta be on it. Like it will take more than a stream if you want your tulpa to exist. Because like tulpamancy was widely spread through the My Little Pony fandom.
Forcing for
a tulpa is TLDR. A tulpa is an imaginary friend with its own consciousness that lives in your brain. That basically.
Tulpa to begin talking, but again, this is highly variable. If you find success on the first day or two, understand that this is exceptionally rare, and be careful that you aren't parroting or creating your tulpa's responses for them. But fast creation does happen. I'm one of the lucky ones who went from nothing to a tulpa within a day. Like I said, there are a lot more details involved in this, and you probably want to find some additional guides and resources to help educate you on the process. Look at more than one of them, as each has its flaws and is ultimately nothing more than a relative recollection of the author's experiences and ideas. If you have specific questions about creation, or would like someone to help track your progress and
subscribe for more Tupperware. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because DID corresponds with physiological brain changes, so it's interesting to think about making something so adjacent without those differences. Well, isn't DID specifically like trauma based too? And like trauma is a key component of like that happening. So like, and like you have to be really young for that too, or something. I don't know. No, the thing is it stays in your head, but some people can hallucinate it. Apparently some people can hallucinate it. So there's the guide to make the tulpa. What else does he do? Keep it simple. Let's see what this is, okay? It's 2 minutes long.
So, this video will somewhat piggyback off of my fast and compact creation guide video, so I recommend watching that before this. This is the first of several videos that will explain tulpa creation concepts more in detail and provide advanced insights I've learned from studying tulpa creation and hearing many different experiences from across the community. Our topic today is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. When many people decide to take the plunge and create a tulpa, they become entangled in overcomplicated processes and unnecessary steps, either based off of what someone told them or based on their own assumptions and instincts. For most people, all you really need to do to create a sentient and vocal tulpa is to talk to them. Seriously, it's that simple. Try to convince yourself that there is a tulpa forming in your mind and try to talk with it. Give it room to respond to everything you say and make sure you're trying to have a discussion instead of a one-sided rant. Just simple talking should be the vast majority of your time spent making a tulpa. Talk to your tulpa about your day, about life, about anything you want. Encouraging words and affection are always helpful, not only because the tulpa will appreciate them,
I thought you could like give your tulpa a body like a puppet. Maybe
have a positive impact on the effectiveness of your forcing. This could consist of passive conversations as you go about your day, explaining what you're doing, or lengthy sit-down sessions where you take the time to really let your thoughts pour out, or anything in between. Of course, for some people, this may get tiresome, especially before your tulpa can formulate responses. In that sense, adding in occasional alternative methods of forcing, such as imagined adventures or physical interactions, can help to keep you focused and
The only thing that I was thinking of, it is wholesome, but like all I can think about while I watch this is, bro, what if your Tulpa doesn't like you? Like, what if your Tulpa's a hater? What if your Tulpa's a hater?
interested. A bit of variety may be healthy if it keeps you motivated, because one of the most important parts of a successful creation process is, for many people, repetition of forcing methods over a period of time that can become weeks or months in length.
Hmm.
Of
Do
course,
you
you
have
should
weeks and
avoid letting
months?
these actions become your main method of forcing, because they may ultimately distract you from your true goal of creating a tulpa who can think and talk on their own. Keep in mind that even if you have no apparent progress, that doesn't mean you
Tulpa
aren't getting anywhere.
anti. Tulpa anti. Um yes, you can. You can kill your Tulpa. I believe so. If you like don't pay attention to it enough, if you don't like stimulate it, uh I think that kills it. Or if like the Tulpa becomes like annoying or dangerous, you have to like visualize yourself killing it. I read. I read you have to visualize yourself killing it. So, uh that's a thing.
Persistence is key, and you should never give up just because you have lost motivation. Your tulpa is there and listening, so just talk to it.
Okay, my Tulpa is listening, so the Tulpa guys, I gotta go. My Tulpa's gonna stream
Although
for you.
personality
Let's see. Um so we keep it simple. Making a personality. I do want to know how we make a personality for it. Will it beg you to interact? I mean, if that's the personality it has.
Although personality forcing can be a very helpful part of tulpa creation, it has no inherent downsides. Many people prefer to allow their tulpa to naturally develop a personality. If you think you would prefer that, feel free to skip this video and move on to the next one in the series. However, for those who do have a personality in mind for their tulpa, or even those who just have a general idea of the kind of person they want to make, it's not very hard to steer a developing tulpa in a particular direction.
So
Many
you
people
could like technically make your waifu or your husbando, even though I read somewhere you're not you shouldn't do that. Like don't make the tulpa with the with like that kind of companionship or like for sexual stuff in mind. Keep it simple, stupid. My tulpa is listening really changes the scope of the combo. This Tulpa stuff is serious stuff. I didn't know you had to mice and men it in case it got too psycho. Yeah, yeah. My Tulpa Lenny, Lenny, you've gotten too annoying. You're talking too much in my head. You've got to go. Keep it platonic. Yeah, keep it platonic. You don't want to force your feelings on your Tulpa. You don't want to force your feelings on your Tulpa, right?
and guides will recommend that you create a list of traits that you would like for your tulpa to have, but in truth, it is often more important to understand the person you want to make more than the
Person,
list of things that describe them.
not
Do you have a
appearance.
sense for how you want and expect them to think, talk, and feel? If not, think about it and try to imagine if you actually knew the tulpa already. How would you feel about them, and what would they be like? Trusting your gut can be helpful here, as your gut feelings may be the best measure of how well your subconscious knows what you're trying to create. Only after you truly understand the person you're about to create should you create a list of traits. Do your
Hmm.
best to describe them, whether it's through a long list of minute details or just a few broad ideas. You don't have to create the entire personality for them, and in some cases, it may feel more natural to allow your mind to fill in the gaps. Once you have your list, the traditional route is to symbolically imbue your tulpas form with each one.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This should be like a reaction image. I love this. You can if you just really desire a toxic relationship. Yeah, I want toxic Yuri relationship with my Tulpa. What if I killed my Tulpa like a week later? Tenaz adopted the Tulpa akin to one of those adopt my OC things. Yeah, Tulpa adoptables. If my Tulpa develops feelings for me, then I guess I gotta kill it. Oh my god.
There is no set way to do this, and personally, I settled with just placing a hand on their heads and thinking hard about each trait and what it meant. The key is to forever establish a connection between the tulpa and a trait, and however you would like to do that should be fine. Of course, you should also provide your tulpa with some context about what each trait and quality means. You could do this by showing them what it would look like to exhibit the trait, or by thinking and talking
Killing
about its
Pinkie
meaning.
Pie.
Because your Tulpa is so young, with zero or minimal sentience to
Your
speak of,
Tulpa
it may
here.
perhaps be more important for you to understand how the Tulpa is supposed to show each quality. On that note, there are some benefits.
Hey, look. That matches my hair clip. That could be such a visual that I developed a toxic Yuri with my Tulpa in a new world. I should write that. I should write that.
Personality forcing too. You should avoid personality forcing a Tulpa that shows measurable sentience, as then you would be overriding whatever personality they are already starting to develop.
Don't force it.
Of course, if your Tulpa is vocal and wishes to implement a change, you can work together to partly reshape them, but keep in mind that you'll be changing who they are. On top of that, I recommend not intentionally giving your Tulpa negative character
Okay,
traits.
hold on. Now this is a good question. This is a good question. Which of the ponies matches me the most? Well, what would you guys say? Which pony, which MLP pony would you say resembles me the most? Because I have my opinion, but I'd like to see how other people think. Like, how do they perceive me? Yeah. What MLP do you see me as, huh? I think I have an answer, but why did you make me like this? When you see it. I was thinking Fluttershy, but yeah, Fluttershy is my favorite. Fluttershy is the one that I would go with, yeah, if I had to say. I'm not quite I'm not quite as like shy as her, I think. I think I've gotten less shy over the years, but like yeah. I don't know enough about ponies to give a solid answer. Light novel, sorry, my Tulpa took over the keyboard. Twilight Sparkle. My Tulpa says Pinkie Pie. Okay. I respect anyone's pony headcanon for me.
There's simply no need to do this because your Tulpa will inevitably develop new characteristics and qualities that can be both good and bad as they mature and interact with the world. Starting them off with flaws only sets them up for failure. Personality forcing is best done before you start any other forcing techniques, but don't worry too much if you do it a little later. You should still be able to end up with a happy, healthy Tulpa with a
Happy, healthy
personality
Tulpa.
close to what you originally had in mind.
Okay. Cool.
Creating a form for your Tulpa and visualizing it might be easy and innate to you, or it could be very difficult, or anything in between. First, I'm going to go over creating a form for your Tulpa, then provide some words of advice on general visualization. I recommend giving your Tulpa a form to start with. If they don't like it, they can change it later with no harm done. If they
Okay.
do, then it will be something
So
they're
we're gonna
already
draw our
comfortable with
Tulpa
and
after
would
this.
appreciate them keeping. That said, a form is
My
ultimately
boy
just
got a
illusion.
better mic.
Your Tulpa is, at its core, just a personality and a voice, and technically does not need a visualized form at all. However, they can best express themselves through a body, and your mind is likely to form connections related to your Tulpa being a person if it has a visual form to identify the Tulpa with. The form can be relatively simple or incredibly complex, depending on what you choose.
He Tulpa the better
My
mic.
recommendation is to take a few hours to sculpt it in your mind, going from the simplest shapes to a detailed and complete representation of your Tulpa's body. Make sure to incorporate shading and texture elements, and test these elements by placing the form in different lighting and environments.
Okay.
Finally, you should attempt to animate the form and see how it looks when moving.
I guess it's
The more
helpful if
detailed
you're
and
an
clear your
artist.
picture is now, the easier it will be to visualize and maintain visualization of your Tulpa later. Practice seeing with the mind's eye, practice seeing your Tulpa, and practice visualizing interactions.
Okay, but how do I do that if I have aphantasia? If I can't, like, see it with my mind's eye? Can I even have a Tulpa if I have aphantasia? You have to rig it? Oh my god. Yeah, my first name is Agent. Filtered out Tulpamancy by the art strategy. I can't rotate my Tulpa. I can't rotate my Tulpa in my head. Using your Tulpa as a model for drawing? Yeah, using your Tulpa as a model for... Yeah, it would be. Our VTubers just... If you have aphantasia, you're screwed. Well, I guess stream's over. I can't make a Tulpa. Guess I can't make a Tulpa. Aggie? Aggie. Imagine your Tulpa is a creature of solid void. Yeah, there we go. It's just black space.
Them should be enough to alleviate all your worries. Even if you can barely visualize at all, your main course of action should probably be to just focus on what you can visualize and build your skills from there.
Brother, I can't visualize anything. It's just black. It's just black in my brain. Every time stream goes offline, I like to rotate 10 around in my head and zoom in and out. Good, good, good. I'm rotating your tulpa with my mind and you can't imagine me not doing it.
And don't worry if your tulpa is blurry, hard to picture, or less detailed than you think it should be. This doesn't really matter that much, but through practice and regular forcing, you should be able to improve anyway.
Okay. Now, what's this parallel processing stuff?
This video is where my advice turns a bit away from the tried and true and towards a bit of theory. I believe that the most difficult part of tulpa creation is training your brain to think for itself. That would explain both how most people encounter some difficulty in tulpa creation and need time to make it.
I like how I'm like in the spot of the other person. I create my tulpa very quick, whereas you, the Chad tulpa creator versus the virgin tulpamancer. Like Void, yeah, exactly.
Steady progress, and how a lucky few can find quick success.
I can find quick success.
Teaching yourself to think like someone else is a skill. You must be able to understand how someone would think and feel about a particular subject, then generate responses much like how they would. This means that writers and individuals invested in most kinds of role-playing often naturally develop the abilities needed to create a tulpa, and sometimes even end up accidentally creating one. And that's how I propose you go about some...
Hold on.
That's how I propose you go about end up accidentally...
I love this. I need a screenshot this. Hold on. One second. Hold on. Where's my Sprout? Where's my Sprout plugin? I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna take a screenshot of this 1 second. See, you're Asian George. Oh my god, okay. Perfect. When I dream, I don't really see my dream, but and I get this with my aphantasia as well. I don't really see. I just know that the concept is happening. Like the concept of the dream is happening. Like I don't see myself like if I saw a dog in my dream, I would not like visually see the dog, but I would know that the concept of the dog is there. You know what I mean? Like I literally like my brain goes and dreams kind of just they just happen. Now that I think about it, isn't Pyramid Head a tulpa? Yeah, I mean in a way, yeah. I mean spoilers, I guess. Sorry. Boop boop boop. But sorta, yeah. Everything's hazy in my dreams. That's how my dreams are unless it's particularly visceral. Yeah, I feel like I have had like several visceral dreams, but have you guys ever felt pain in your dreams? It's not even in text mode. I don't even read I don't even see text. It's just like the concept. It's just like the concept. Had a dream that one of my pet possums was about to whoa. Could you make a tulpa involuntarily? They're just command lines. Okay.
Creating one. And that's how I propose you go about some of your forcing. If you're having trouble, try thinking for your tulpa.
Think for your tulpa?
Many people are hesitant to think for their tulpa because their entire goal is to get the tulpa to think for itself. However, by doing this, you not only build up your brain's ability to think for someone other than you, but you also teach it how to think for your specific tulpa. There are multiple ways to practice these skills. What the community has long known as parroting is one, where you just create your tulpa's responses for them. However, you can also take things a step further and get more involved via role-playing or writing. Role-playing as your Tulpa can help you to understand the broader mindset they would be in and allow you to think about how they would
Roleplay as
respond
your
to things
Tulpa.
other people are saying. However, doing that might seem weird
I
to
wonder,
you.
yeah, I wonder if your VTuber could become a Tulpa, because I mean, like, technically your roleplay. I mean, sorry to break kayfabe, but like, technically you're role playing as your VTuber. Once I woke up in pain from dreaming they operated my skull with oh gosh, cosplaying as my Tulpa, so it has more depth to its character. I feel a lot of anxiety when I have violent dreams, but not pain. Whenever I have a bad dream, I always feel like bad in the morning, and then like my whole day is like off kilter.
If that's the case, then I recommend you instead write stories about your Tulpa.
Oh.
These stories don't have to be long and they don't have to be good, and nobody but you has to read them. The key is to write a story with dialogue from the perspective of your Tulpa, while thinking about and writing out things they would think and say in response to the events of the story.
Mm-mm.
However, it is important to do these things in moderation. At some point, you need to stop thinking for your Tulpa and allow them to do it on their own. Your forcing should still consist mostly of conversation between you and your Tulpa, with you always giving them a chance to respond.
What would you do if Antenna showed up in your house? It would be a doppelganger, obviously, because I'm Antenna IRL, so it would be a doppelganger, and I mean that would make perfect sense because I am a high strangeness attractor, right? I attract aliens and ghosts and stuff. So a doppelganger, seeing my own doppelganger is not unusual. Seeing my doppelganger is not unusual. Mm-mm.
To the things you say. Writing, role-playing, and parroting should only be a supplementary process to help you get into the right mindset to make a Tulpa. Otherwise, when and if your Tulpa does start to talk, you might not even realize it's them.
Wow. Alright, getting your first response. I think this is the last one.
Eventually, you will reach a pivotal moment in your Tulpa creation process, when your Tulpa first starts responding to you. This is not always a clear-cut moment, and for many people, responses in the form of coherent words and sentences may take even more time to start coming. Because this is such a highly anticipated moment, many people look for signs of responses for their Tulpas and conclude that irrelevant feelings and sensations are their Tulpa's first non-vocal
Must
responses.
be my Tulpa.
Worse, others may be overly cynical and refuse to acknowledge legitimate responses from their Tulpas. To help clear up the confusion, let's start by describing.
I'd be like, no way, and from Twitch, get out of my house. Aw, you want to invite me over and give me cookies or tea and cookies? Glad you didn't say I'd beat her up. No, I wouldn't beat her up. I mean, I'd be the stronger one. I mean, and if you had a gun and there were two antennas and you had to kill one of them, I know you would kill the fake antenna and not the real antenna, right? Have you played I'm on Watch Duty games? I have not.
How your first response should feel. Some Tulpas respond with words from the outset, especially if they're the uncommon variety that develops within a day or two. Imagine hearing a conversation you had earlier. You don't physically hear the voices, but you can imagine how they sound. That is how your Tulpa will sound when you first start to hear them. Some Tulpas can only respond with a word or two at a time, at first, but with more attention and practice, they should be able to rapidly progress onto full sentences in regular conversation.
Antenna collab.
Don't expect that to happen, though. The majority of Tulpas can speak coherently right away, and expecting anything less is setting your Tulpa up for failure. You might get legitimate responses from your Tulpa that do not come in the form of words. Some Tulpas communicate through emotions, direct expressions of thought without words, or simple movement of their visualized forms. This is another reason to pick a starting form for your Tulpa, by the way. If any of those things happen to your Tulpa, and you feel reasonably confident that you did not consciously will them to happen, then you should consider them legitimate responses. Just as important as spotting real responses from your Tulpa is making sure not to become fixated on false positives. Your Tulpa's first communication will be just that, communication. It won't be some random feeling on your arm or leg, it won't be some random thought popping up in your head about ice cream, and it won't be a phantom voice you heard sometime during the day. Your Tulpa needs attention to communicate at first, and if you are not actively paying attention to them, they will not be able to communicate with you in any way.
Pay attention.
Constant presence and interjection of thoughts usually takes a lot of practice, even for people with well-developed Tulpas, and a new Tulpa generally cannot give you a suddenly interjected thought as its first sign of sentience.
Probably gotta give an exam on my life. He's not completely logical or something. Toodles. Bye, Pteroditto. Bye-bye. Thanks for hanging.
Would you choose to communicate with someone by only texting them pictures or poking them without saying anything?
Yes.
Of course not.
That's how I interact with everyone.
Brings me to one final topic. Head pressures. The concept of head pressures has been talked about a lot in Tulpa communities, but I have avoided mentioning it because they are the largest source of false positives I've seen. Head pressures
Head
are
pressures.
a rare way in which your tulpa may send initial responses through targeted sensations of pressure in a part of your head, usually in the front. These should only come in response to specific questions or stimuli, and should have some amount of reason behind them. Head pressures are not random, constant, or painful. Most of the time, these are just headaches. Headaches are actually very common when making a first tulpa, and are a good sign that you're making progress. If you experience non-painful pressure or tingling sensations in a small part of your head that are both consistent and in response to your questions or some other stimulus, these might be head pressures. Otherwise, it's probably a headache, even if it doesn't hurt all that much. I keep stressing it in every video, but it really is that important.
I'm gonna make a dog tulpa so he can be my pet. I had to take a screenshot of that.
You have to treat your tulpa like a person. Your tulpa isn't some weird thing making...
Do not be one of these dumbasses.
your head do strange things. They want to talk with you, form a bond with you.
But you don't want them to be your pet.
So expect their first communications to be along those lines. This is the end of the in detail video series, and if you still have questions, be sure to check out my Discord server, where I and others are always glad to give you our best answers.
I wonder if his Discord server is still up. Oh god, the TED Talk just came at me.
You will reach a... What is a tulpa? A tulpa is an intentionally created and...
Oh wait, there's one more.
When a tulpa is first made, he or she is little more than the rough outline of a person. No matter how detailed the host may envision their personality before creation, the depth of character that makes someone indistinguishable from another human rarely appears immediately. In this video, I discuss why that is and how your tulpa should progress on to become a more well-rounded person. The core mechanic that allows tulpas to function is your mind's ability to think from an alternative perspective. This is different from empathy, which simply relies on identifying with the feelings or situation someone else is in. To make a tulpa, you must train yourself to look at the world and process information as though you were someone else.
Okay.
This ability is what most of the forcing process deals with, and is why I stress so much that talking and possibly parroting should take up most of your forcing time. However, that ability alone does not make a tulpa. It is naturally developed through activities such as writing, storytelling, and tabletop roleplaying.
Okay.
To make a tulpa, you must envision a persona, then continue to consistently support, interact with, and grow that persona. Tulpas without a predetermined personality develop slower on average than those who had a predetermined one. This seems to be a result of your mind developing their traits and qualities on a subconscious rather than conscious level. Regardless, once there is someone there to respond and make decisions, they should rapidly develop into a tulpa if given attention and time. As this young personality encounters the world, talks to people, and learns new things, they will process that information as their personality permits, and then use the things they've learned to broaden their understanding of the world and consider everything in a more subtle way. Sometimes, this process may cause them to develop aspects of their character that are different from what you initially expected. This is referred to as deviation, and is a sign that your tulpa is becoming a more well-rounded person, and may be developing more permanent character traits. Now, you do not have to let this growth and change happen without interference. Good parents would guide their children into responsible and reasonable adults, and in my opinion, you should be no different with your tulpa. Indifferent hosts, or those that are unwilling to push their tulpas in any one direction, may sometimes create mean, selfish, or withdrawn tulpas, just like indifferent parents often do. You do not have to control every small aspect of their character, and doing so strips them of all independence. Just encourage them to take the better path if they appear to be developing in a negative way. Time and experience allows a tulpa to become identical to any other person. While the mechanics that tulpas rely on are shared by many different activities, including simple tabletop RPGs and story writing, it is your persistence and willingness to bring them up as a person that enables them to become a person capable of thoughts, feelings, goals, and relationships just the same as anyone else. Making a tulpa is a big responsibility, and if you don't feel that you are able to shoulder that responsibility, don't be afraid to ask for help. My Discord is linked on the screen and in the description below, so feel free to hop in and ask questions.
I'm gonna have to join this guy's Discord. For one thing, I do want to say this is really sincere, and it's actually really cool. I'm all for this. Like, I don't know if I'm all for, like, making a tulpa, because it seems like it could backfire and be very unhealthy, but, like, I think it's cool that, like, somebody put all this effort into, like, making a thing to help other people. It's just like it's like, I don't know. I believe in magic. And I think it's nice when other people are like, yeah, magic's real, and we just kind of, we don't really delude each other into like believing it's real, but like it's just like, yeah. A lot of this sounds like solid advice to raise kids. Exactly. So much more sincere and wholesome. That's exactly like Love and Saucers. We didn't think it was gonna be like, I don't know, we didn't think it was gonna be so wholesome, but then it was wholesome. Yeah, I do admire this guy's passion. Oh, hi Nicholas, welcome. Hi hi. I want to personally be comfortable doing this, but I really appreciate these videos. Yeah. I think more people need whimsy in their life. I wholeheartedly agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Um, I wholeheartedly agree. Um, 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 that, this is my Tulpa. This is my Tulpa. Um, that I started to make before we knew what a Tulpa was. Before we started really getting into the meat of what a Tulpa was. So I guess Tulpas. Windows sound dump scare. I guess, so tulpas could be like VTubers, D&D characters that you want to create, and I guess if you really want to take it a step farther, just like like his nerve ending on his head. Yeah, man. It's like what, there's like a joke of somebody having like a nerve ending. Doesn't Pim have like, isn't his curly hair on the top of his head a nerve ending or something? Um But I have to very quickly take an idle meeting. I will be right back, and then we will create. We'll design a tulpa. I don't know if we will like fully develop it, but let's make one together. Okay, that could be fun, right? All right, I will be right back. We are turning left, but we are not. This is just my BRB screen, so I'm not leaving. Hello! We are back. We are back. Sorry there was no music. I was cleaning out my computer and I think I accidentally moved the song I was using for the BRB/ending screen, so it went away. But yeah. Hi, hello, welcome. I guess, why am I saying welcome to you guys? I'm the one who just came back, but hello. Hi, Guilty. Hello. Day ruined, no music. I'm sorry. Okay. Doom. There we go. So, Tulpa. We want to make a Tulpa, but I want to make, so we could like, we could make like a simple Tulpa, because I don't want to make a complicated one, because that sounds hard. Welcome to our stream 10. Thank you for having me, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. To my junior agents, my chat, my Tulpa, or maybe I'm your Tulpa. Thank you for inviting me to the stream. Thank you. Okay. So Tulpa. My awesome mouse handwriting. Thought warm. Second, I don't know how to spell conscience. I don't know how to spell conscious. Consciousness. Second brain thinky. Parroting. Thank you. Parroting, and then talking to it. Early personality. Assignment. Early personality assignment. Visualizations. And then I guess it's best if it's like OC, D&D character, etc. Right. Draw them. Okay. Alright, so Tulpa. They're a thought form. They're a second consciousness. You can help them grow by talking to yourself, or like talking to them. And then parroting things that they say. And if you want to give them a personality, you should do it early on. Because if you don't do it early on, they won't want you to change their personality. Like, if somebody's personality is already developed, like, we don't want to force that. So we don't want to do that later. We make our Tulpa through visualizations, and it's better if it's like, I don't know, an idea / concept we're like attached to. So maybe like a D&D character or an OC, and then we need to like write or draw them. So. Where's the select button? It's been so long since I've been the Five Nights at Freddy's song. Da 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 da. Very developmental oriented, right? So, if I'm going to give birth to a Tulpa, what kind of Tulpa should we make? I'm an hour late. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're making a Tulpa together. We're making a Tulpa.
But I don't know if we're gonna like continue to flesh out the Tulpa. But I wanted to like experiment, right? I wanted to experiment. So guys, what do you think? What do you think our Tulpa should be? Has to have an eye patch. Okay. I think eye patches are really cool. Should it be simple or should it be like humanoid? What do you guys think? Should it be like should we like make a VTuber? A VTuber Tulpa? Or should we just like make a little friend Tulpa? Or like, what do you think? A desktop buddy would be fun. Yeah, like Bonzi Buddy. Like Bonzi Buddy, right? Eye patch Bonzi Buddy? Bonzi Buddy? Little guy? Yeah, little guy. Do they have a peg leg? I don't know. Do we feel like they have a peg leg? Should they be a pony? Do you think I'd have better chances of like making a Tulpa if it was a pony because like so many Tulpas are ponies? I don't really want a pony though. I don't know enough about My Little Pony to like have a pony. Yeah. Chuni. Chuni. Eye patch. Okay. What else? I don't want to do like I would say I should make I should make like a little junior agent Tulpa. I should make a little junior agent Tulpa, but like even if I saw like a cute little like gray alien, I would freak out and like probably kick it and then it would hate me. Like I would not like it. It would be something that I would be scared of. So as much as I'd like to make a junior agent Tulpa, I don't want to because it would be too scary. But we'll I'm gonna put this here. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh man, I made a Tulpa of my phobia again. It should be squishable. Okay, squishable. Squishable. Galore. Veteran agent Tulpa, scars and wrinkles and missing leg. Ooh, veteran Tulpa. Okay, veteran agent. Can I just make a big boss Tulpa so he can like give me kisses? That'd be kind of funny. Just give me a naked snake Tulpa. Veteran agent. Hardened. Okay. Glorp agenda, it's my lifeblood. Venom Snake Tulpa, what will he- No! Not Venom Snake. I hate Venom Snake. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm thinking about MGS5. I'm thinking about MGS5 and Venom Snake. Venom Snake... No. I mean, like, okay, I don't want to spoil MGS5, but it's been out for a while. But, like... like... Could he be kind of a Tulpa? No, he's not a... Venom Snake's not a Tulpa. Venom Snake's us. Venom Snake's not a Tulpa. But what if we're Tulpas? What if we are but Tulpas? He's a war-hardened, squishable guy. Okay. Alright. So as much as I would love to do a junior agent, I think it's too scary for me. So let's make it like a mascot. He's sort of a Tulpa of himself. Yeah, kinda. An idealized Tulpa that he acts out himself. Yeah. It really can't hurt you. Yeah! If I made a tulpa of this... Hold on. If I made a tulpa of this, I would be scared of it. I would be so scared of it. I love all junior agents. All junior agents are wonderful, but like, I see a junior agent in my bedroom at night, at the corner of my room, in the corner of my room, or like next to my bed, I'm gonna get scared. I'm gonna get scared and throw him out the window. Right? So, okay, we wanna... what's a good mascot? Like, a kitty? Puppy... Kitty... Bunny... What's like a good mascot character? What's a good mascot character? Puppy, kitty, bunny... You can slap me against the wall, I get it. Scurries across your room. Oh god. Oh god. A cat and a bunny? Like a cabbit? Maybe a bird of prey large enough to carry you away, junior agent? You're accidentally creating Cubey? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh my god. 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 Oh my god, those, if you know, you know. Oh my god. Oh my god, is he with us in the room? Oh my god. Is it who I think it is? Oh wait, why did I... he doesn't look like that. Those who know. You were drawing Cartman for a sec. No, it's Nikumaru. It's Nikumaru. Wow, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it, you guys? We brought Nikumaru with us. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh my god! Oh my god, he's here! He's here! I don't- do you like it? Do you like it? Rose, do you like it? Nikumaru, do you like it? He's being silent right now. I don't have a... You summoned him! You summoned him! You summoned him! Nikumaru, though, you're like the one person that actually likes him. He has been summoned. There he is. Okay, what if I make a Nikumaru Tulpa? He's playing hard to get right now. He's being silent right now because I forgot the name of the thing that helps him talk. The program that helps him talk. So he's vibing, but like I think, okay, Nikumaru, do you like this art that I drew of you? Up and down for yes, left and right for no. You don't like it? What do you mean you don't like it? Okay. Hold on. Or maybe not, hold on. Never mind. We gotta execute him. This is like the better Nikumaru, actually. This is the better. The better. I told him to go away. I told him to go away. Yeah, you annoyed me, meat man. Now I'm gonna make a tulpa of you that's way cooler. Exactly. Oh. Isn't he beautiful? I mean, like, that's what we were kind of going for. He is kind of like a puppy kitty bunny. Meat tulpa, exactly. He's a meat tulpa. Alright, but like, okay. Maybe we can like make Nikumaru but better. Like, we can make the tulpa version of Nikumaru, because we can't. This Nikumaru has to be different than the other Nikumaru, right? Because tulpas are their own persons, right? So like, okay, so like we got, okay, hold on. We got, he's a little guy. How tender is the meat? It's mouth-wateringly tender. Alright. Should we give him a Chuni eye patch instead? Should we give the Nikumaru? Gotta go now, but I had fun. Thank you! I'm so glad you had fun. I had fun too. I had fun too. Good luck with the stream. See ya. Bye, Charlie. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Should we give him an eye patch? Give him an eye patch, and then... How do I make my pen bigger? I don't know how to make my pen bigger. I don't know how this version of Paint works. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Give him an eye patch. Chuni eye patch, okay. And then we'll give him like one of those like Kuroshitsuji things. Yeah, now we're cooking. This is my original OC, do not steal. Do not steal, guys. Should he... Okay, little guy. Chuni eye patch. Should he be purple like Bonzi Buddy? Or maybe... Well, okay, he's already squishable. Because he's like meat, right? He's also he's a veteran agent, and he's hardened. He has a peg leg also, okay. He's hardcore. How do I show that he's hardcore? Should he have a gun? And if he's hardcore, well, I don't want to make him evil. He's like, he should be a happy guy. Should he be a happy guy? Or like a hardcore guy? Oh god, what'd I do? No, nothing. I did nothing. You saw nothing? Wait, that's the wrong color. Oh wait, we should give him like a hat, like a cigar would make him hardcore? True. Some kind of magic staff? Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna... Oops. Get rid of this. so we can have some more room. We don't need Bonzi Buddy, because he doesn't, I can make him squishable, veteran agent, hardened. Give him a cool S tattoo, maybe some kind of magic staff, okay. Here's the magic staff. I don't know what staffs look like. The screen went gray. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Eh? That's spooky. Maybe it's Nikomaru trying to become real. Oh my gosh. Everything is good now? Okay. Oh wait. Did that do it again? I keep accidentally pressing a button and I think that might have done it again. Nikomaru manifested a little too hard. True. Staff, what else did we say we wanted? What else did we say we wanted? Something that would make him cool. Oh, the S tattoo. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I didn't do that, right? I clipped it, a fucked up moment so you can see. Yeah, let me see it. 1 second. It's loading. My frames are dropping again. Maybe it was like a frame drop or something. Well, I believe you. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, hold on 1 second, 1 second. I gotta go to be right back. 1 sec. Okay, we're back. Phoenix Right music stopped working. Are we good? Like, is my internet connected? Cause like my internet just like had a little spasm. Oh my god. Wait, I forgot how to freaking do the... I forgot how to do the S. Like this? Stream is still going? Okay, good, good, good. I can do the cool S, I just don't know what is wrong with my brain. There we go. I just needed to do it over here. Let's give him, I guess a red S. Oh. What do you guys think? You think this is a good tulpa? I kind of mess with it. I kind of like it. But we have to treat him nicely. If we make it, we can't make a tulpa to like torture it. So maybe making him a tulpa was a bad idea. Sikumaru. His name is Sikumaru now. Cause he's sick. Sikumaru. Wait. Sikumaru. Fuck with him? True. Hold on. There we go. Agent and Tenna's Tulpa. Okay, yeah, we gave him his peg leg. We made him squishable. He's a veteran agent, and he's hardened. Wow, I think we did a great job, you guys. I think it's awesome. I want to keep the junior agent up in the top corner. I think that's good. I think that's good. You can't see the agent antenna because my face is covering it, but yeah. Heck yeah. Sikumaru, let's go. That's right, Sikumaru. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna save that. Let's go back to just chatting. The staff really adds a bit of contrast to the design. Hold on. Let me save it. Sikumaru. Music randomly exploded. Hold on, sorry, I don't know what happened to the music. Come on, Anime Phoenix, write music. Boom. Oh, there we go. So, there it is. There it is. He's very pretty. He's gorgeous, isn't he? He's got a gun and a magical staff. Nikumaru been real quiet since Sikumaru showed up. Heck yeah. Well, that was fun. Are you guys... So, are you guys gonna make your own tulpas after this? Or should we all, like... Should we all just have a Sikumaru, tulpa? Should we all just have a Sikumaru tulpa? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Should we all collectively have one? If we all have one, does that make him more real? I think it does. I think it does. Bam 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 bam. It's terrifyingly wholesome, yeah. He do. Chocolate starfish. I can't be trusted to make a tulpa of my own. Let's have him collectively, I say. Okay. Sycamaru, totally. Totally. Let me show you guys something really fast. Okay, I have this week's schedule! Woohoo! This week's schedule! So today was High Strangeness. Sorry it was late. I had to take a phone call. So that's why it was late today. Yeah. What if like 300 people? I actually think that's a thing. I think that is a thing. I think it's called an egregore? An egregore? An egregore? Egregore is a group thought form that arises from the collective thoughts and emotions of a group, becoming an autonomous entity with the power to influence its members. Ah. I guess it's like Folia do. That is an actual Japanese clip art, yeah. It is. So, today was High Strangeness. We started a little late, but that's okay. It was still fun. Tomorrow I will be offline. Next time, on Wednesday, if that were real. Yeah. Next Wednesday we're gonna play Rome 0120. If you know my fellow Nikudachi Bucket played it. Bucky played it, and she said it was really scary, and she said she thought it would really scare me, so I'm like, you know, I'm challenge accepted. Like, you know, I may seem like a scaredy cat when I play Voices of the Void because I am afraid of gray aliens, but I'm pretty brave. I'm pretty brave in general. I don't think I'll be scared of it. I think I won't be. I don't think I'll be scared of it. I'm pretty brave, you know? Very spooky? Yeah, I'm excited. I watched her VOD. And I don't think I've seen her that scared before. It was really awesome. Very, very awesome. But I'm brave. I'm pretty brave. I can handle it. Brave little Tenna, that's right. The brave little Tenna who could. Like, top 3 I was there and it was much better crafted than I expected. Interesting, okay. And then Thursday, we're gonna have two things. We're gonna have Drowned God, because now I think I will get an extension cord, but I think my frame rate skipping is better. So, we did drop some frames, but it was not. Did I find Maxwell in Voices of the Void? Is he the alien cutout? Because I found whatever that is. I found what that is. I didn't like that. I never thought I'd see Bucket alt F4 a horror game. Yeah, Thursday we're gonna continue Drowned God. I'm gonna try to finish it in one sitting if I can. Because I really wanna I don't think it's that long of a game. Maxwell the Cat? No, I have not. And then later, it's been pretty solid today, and now I can say that because we're ending soon, so it's not jinxing for- Yeah, it was better than it was before. It was definitely better than it was before. Then on Wednesday night, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be doing a Nikudachi collab. We're gonna play Fall Guys. I never got to really play Fall Guys when it was, like, popular, so, like, I get to play with the Dachis. We get to play Fall Guys with the Dachis. You know, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. You guys will root for me, right? You'll root for Tenna, right? I get really okay. Here's some Tenna facts. I get really competitive. I get really competitive. So, I might be a little crazy. I might get a little crazy. Hopefully no friendships will be ruined with Adachis, but I kind of get maniacal. I kind of get evil. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I always root for Tenna. Thank you. And then Friday and Saturday I will be offline. Putting a revolver on the table mid-game, exactly. I'll be offline on Friday and Saturday, and then on the 16th in Nikudachi Discord, specifically in my area. So if you're not in the Discord, I have to explain this every time. We have a Discord for my VTuber group Nikudachi, but hold on, I guess it doesn't take caps locks. Oh, no, it just took a second. In my Discord, you have to go look at my bio, Agent Antenna, and there will be a role that you have to click. And that role gives you the access to a secret van, okay? It gives you access to a van. A very suspicious black van. And if you want to get in there on Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be watching Nope. And I've decided Sundays are gonna be movie nights, and we're gonna be watching tons of alien movies. We are gonna watch Nope. We're gonna watch Nope on Sunday, but like I also want to watch Fire in the Sky and Dark Skies and a bunch of like In the Fourth Kind and like all sorts of alien movies because I think that would be really fun. And then from there we could like move on to like cryptid movies and stuff too. But like I really want to watch alien movies first. So a van that smells, yeah, I mean there's a little chloroform like smell, but like you get used to it. Like I mean first you had it in your nose for, you know, reasons, and then you, well, then you were in the van, and now the van just smells like a little chloroformy, but you know how it is, right? Anyway, there's our Tulpa. There's our beautiful Tulpa. Fairly short stream today. I am sorry we got off late. Ideally, when we play games, I do want streams to be like 3 to 4 to 5 hours. But high strangeness can vary depending on the activity and what we're gonna be talking about. But I had a lot of fun. So let's see. Speaking of the Nikudachi, my Nikudachi MAME is streaming right now. So perhaps we should raid her? Ever since that trip, I haven't had as many ribs I can talk about Silent Hill 2. So it's a fair trade. I'm glad you're enjoying Silent Hill 2. The original is my favorite game. It was lots of fun. Thank you all for learning about Tulpas with me, as well as making Sikumaru the better Nikumaru. But thank you. Let's go ahead and raid Mame, shall we? Shall we? Mame is a sweetie. She's doing just chatting. Mame, meow. You can say anything you want. Say Sikumaru. Yeah. Oh wait, did that not send? Hold on. Whoops. Raid Mame, meow. Maybe it's taking a second. Very interesting topic today. Yeah, it was really fun. Is the raid like popping up for you guys? Oh, there we go. Bye bye. See y'all later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye. Bye bye.